Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, I just want to thank all of you for supporting me and subscribing because we finally did it. After all these years, I think it's like 2 years now when I started making YouTube, we finally did it. We hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm so thankful. I'm actually, I'm not sure if I deserve this, but thank you guys for supporting me. If you didn't already know, a couple months back, before the Tears of the Kingdom release, I made 2 videos about things that Tears of the Kingdom should have in my opinion. So in this video I decided to compare these predictions for Tears of the Kingdom with the actual game. Also, because there's a lot of things I predicted, I'm gonna just bring out my favorite ones. So yeah, let's begin. So first of all, I'm just gonna show the original footage, and then I'm gonna compare it with the actual game.
Let's start the video with the obvious stuff. Better graphics, better soundtracks, better story, bigger map, etc. The best ingredients for an open world game.
So the obvious stuff was pretty much right. Soundtrack wasn't a lot more different than Breath of the Wild's, but I still think it's a bit better. The graphics were also a bit better. I may be wrong with this, but in my opinion Tears of the Kingdom has a lot more contrast and a longer render distance than Breath of the Wild's. The map was a lot bigger though, expanding from the Sky Islands to the depths. It's like 2.5 times bigger than the Breath of the Wild's, considering how little the Sky Islands are. The story in my opinion wasn't the best though. I don't know, I feel like you could relate yourself with Link in Breath of the Wild more than in Tears of the Kingdom. He lost his memory and had to learn everything and discover everything from the beginning, like the player does, and overall the story was much more deep and memorable than Tears of the Kingdom's. But that's only my opinion. Maybe it's just because the two games aren't that much different and the experience in Breath of the Wild felt a lot more fresh and new.
Another fun thing they should add to weapons is upgrading. Similar to the Master Sword, you can be able to upgrade your weapons durability, damage, etc. Maybe you can get some special effects.
Okay, this next one is pretty much correct because you can, indeed, upgrade your weapons durability, strength by fusing an item to your sword. The special effect one doesn't really work like that though. I mean, you can't really give your sword a long throw effect or a fire feature, but the same thing basically happens when you fuse an item. It doesn't show the effect icon in your inventory, but it still has the same effect. For example, if you fuse a wing to a spear, it has a long throw effect, even though it doesn't say it does.
One of my viewers gave me an idea for a cookbook, and I really liked it. You can unlock the cookbook with a quest, and it gives an unique power of cooking multiple foods at the same time. Cookbook will also be good for saving your favorite recipes, and when cooking you're able to recall them instead of having to pick the ingredients one by one. I also think it will be cool if you could have a 100% cookbook completion that shows you how many recipes have you discovered so far.
Okay, I'm really disappointed with this one. I really hoped and prayed that in Tears of the Kingdom I don't have to manually cook every single meal. For real, sometimes I just sit by the pot for 10 minutes just cooking and pressing the skip button. Yeah, I don't even have anything more to say. Very disappointed.
I don't know how, but I never think about outfits so much. Until one of my viewers gave me an idea of an outfit that gives you an ability to climb when it's raining.
The special outfit idea was probably my best prediction, or actually it was my viewer's prediction, but whatever. I remember back in the days when I played my first playthrough of Breath of the Wild, and I had no clue what I was doing, and I accidentally happened to be at Vaneru, so yeah, it was raining all the time there. And for some reason I didn't think there's any roads that you can walk on, so I just climbed a lot of mountains. And I tell you what, I didn't have a good experience. I slipped and died and almost stopped playing. But now you don't have to worry about that in Tears of the Kingdom because there is an outfit that lets you climb wet walls, which is pretty neat.
One of my least favorite things in Breath of the Wild was not being able to swim underwater. After all, Breath of the Wild is an open world game, so why not add underwater swimming?
Okay, this is another very disappointing thing. Underwater exploration would make the game feel actually fully explorable. I mean, we have the depths and the skies, but still not swimming underwater. Nothing else to say with this one as well.
We need more enemy types. Nintendo, I'm sorry to break it to you, but Bokoblins, Moblins, Resolfos, Stall, Cursed, Choo-Choos, Keezies, Octoroks, Bizarros, Bedlets, Lionels, Guardians,
Okay, the enemies in Tears of the Kingdom were a major step up from Breath of the Wild. There's so many more enemies and I really love the Ganondorf boss fight at the end. It almost feels like the Breath of the Wild's boss was like a mini-boss, and Ganondorf was the final boss.
Breath of the Wild isn't famous for only being one of the best open world games of all time, but also famous for glitches. The variety of glitches in Breath of the Wild is crazy. You can do almost anything and get anything with glitches in Breath of the Wild. And even though it's sometimes cool to do glitches when you're bored or lazy, I still think there's too many of them in the game.
The glitches from Breath of the Wild have been pretty much patched in Tears of the Kingdom, so at least this prediction was correct. But it doesn't mean that Tears of the Kingdom doesn't have any glitches. Click on this video to learn how to duplicate any weapon in any version of the game. And click on this video to see Tears of the Kingdom's funniest moments.